Hey guys, how the hell is everybody? Thanks for visiting Scale Model Alberta. You remember that the channel where everything is made up and the points don't matter. And yeah, I stole that, but it's a good line. What can I say? I borrowed it. Yeah, I said I borrowed it. Another Amusing Hobbies. This is the third Amusing Hobbies kit in a row. I'm starting to really like this company. They do some nice stuff. It's not overly detailed. It's not stupid like some of the Dragon stuff is. To me, it's not quite as engineered as well. That's where I'm going with Amusing Hobbies. So once again, we have another Panther 2. This one has the Rheinmetall. Rheinmetall? Perfect pronunciation is not quite my forte with Germanic languages. So we'll call it the Rheinmetall turret. As you can see, the difference is pretty much the same footprint, but it comes up and then goes back fairly sharp. I don't know what they were thinking with that, but apparently this was what the Panther 2 was supposed to look like. So built straight out of the box, we come with brass side fittings, which are nice. They're a little bit of a see you next Tuesday to put on, as most Panther type side skirts, but you get there. So as you can see, we've got more stenciling on here. This is a little newer tank than the last one we looked at. We've got stencils all over. We've got some symbols that you can take for what they're worth. And like that, this was painted up in Tamiya colors, Tamiya lacquer colors. It's their green number 2, red, brown, and I kind of want to go with a NATO theme, so I just went plain old flat black and used up some putty to make the very sharp-edged camouflage. We added just a little bit of texture because the German rolled texture was very well made and didn't have a lot of defects or pockmarks. Although it was getting brittle at the end of the Second World War because of a lack of magnesium. So that's why you see a lot of the late war German tanks are basically cracked. All their armor plate is cracked from the big hits. It's because of the lack of magnesium. So basically I went, how would a modern tank get covered with decal? So I went into the old decal box and just started going, and as you can see, this one's taken out a ship. Pretty goddamn impressive. Suspension was good. Wasn't as good as the other Panther 2. It was actually kind of a see you next Tuesday in some parts, because as you can see, I've got floaters on these road wheels, and I don't know how it happened. The suspension arms didn't fit very well. It does come with rubber band tracks, and I stood up and applauded when I seen that, because the link-to-link tracks, which I built in that other Panther 2, are an absolute nightmare. And you put the skirts in, you lose a lot of it. It glued up really well, like the Amusing Hobbies tend to do. They glued up really well, so that was nice. And they look good. They look good, and they saved almost a full day of construction. Now you can see this is pretty damn shiny. We've still got to put the flat coat on, start weathering it. Basically, I'm just holding it up to see what kind of diorama I'm going to throw it in and where it's going to go. So once I decide that, and I'll weather it to the to its actual operating area. So it could have more clay, could have more black dirt, could be urban. So we'll just wait until we get the diorama going before we start to weather it. Alright guys, really appreciate you watching. If you're so inclined, hit that like button, subscribe button, hell, hit the dislike button. It just creates more, helps the algorithm grow, and maybe get me back on off the demonetization. Alright guys, later.